They say if you love a flower, then let it go. True love is not possession. In this culture that we live in, we often confuse things like being nice with love. We often confuse good deeds with love. But I feel like the notion of love is more so of a multi-dimensional platform. Over the years of studying myself, I realized that love is way more than it appears to be on the surface. Being kind often gets you taken advantage of. Yet, being an asshole causes the same energy to be reflected back at you, and the karma with it as well. Being greedy gives back more to you, which can improve your health. But hurting another person intentionally will always come with the same amount of karma. Letting go of grudges quickly frees up your heart, mind, body, and soul. But the action of not understanding what is predicating upon you forces one to recycle the same patterns over and over again, like a snake eating its tail. We often do this with things that give us emotional stimulation. But one thing I noticed is that we're all slaves to things that we are attached to. The things we own end up owning us. This is very common in relationships. For example, you might have a friend or a lover. You get emotionally attached to them, but then you make the critical mistake of basing your happiness upon them. One thing I always tell myself is this: my greatest senseis, my greatest teachers told me to love me and not to follow them, told me to empower myself and never to believe in any false idols, to believe in principles like love, peace, unity, self-defense, self-growth, and evolution. When you find a friend or you find a lover and you get emotionally attached to them, what happens to most of us is we make the critical mistake of basing our happiness upon them, upon any man or woman, because we're taught not to truthfully love ourselves. We can't stand the pain of being alone, so we seek outwards to cope with the reality that we really are always alone. I feel like that is something that each and every human battles with in this society based off materialism and what's popular and whatever is cool or whatever looks good or whatever is aesthetically pleasing. There's an old Ab Soul song that I like to listen to often that really empowers me. It goes like, everybody wants to be victorious. We can make this world more of a euphoria. I just mentioned that because I was just thinking about it. But yeah, like for everybody out there struggling with things like self-love and allowing yourself to be undermined or brought down or even brought up and down by somebody that you're close to or somebody that you might love, just know that power is always yours. None of us are actually perfect. None of us are actually perfect. But one thing's for sure, on the light side, we respect peace, love, progression, and free will versus domination and control. I don't want you to do anything that you don't want to do. But at the same time, I do if it's improving your health. And it's up to us to discern who really has our best intentions, who has pure intentions for us. In your core being, in my core being, sometimes you just have to pause and tell ourselves, I love myself unconditionally, and I generate self-love. Then we have to tell ourselves that over and over and over and over again until we start to believe it. If me and you don't program our minds, then who will? The world definitely will. If we don't love ourselves, then who will? We're constantly seeking the world to love us, and that is something that will always shift. This is a piece of info that I feel like the sons and daughters of the future should really know as we grow as a people. Remove yourself from toxic relationships. Remove yourself from yes men. Remove yourself from users. Remove yourself from toxic bad environments. Remove yourself from toxic music. Remove yourself from toxic habits. Our vibe attracts our tribe. Attract yourself to people that build you. Attract yourself to people that are honest. Attract yourself to difficult habits that make you stronger, wiser, and smarter. I choose to seek wisdom first in all things. I feel like one of the highest forms of love is honesty, to be honest. Surround yourself with people that bring out the best in you. Surround yourself with people that can have another opinion outside of their own ego. That's very important. The wisest man knows that he knows nothing at all. The greatest teachers are the greatest listeners. Surround yourself with people that have good hearts. Surround yourself with people that make you smile and make you angry. But when they make you angry, they're doing it because they love you and they're trying to make you grow.